Hi everyone, so for today I wanted to talk about Gogeta and Vegito. Who is the strongest Dragon Ball fusion to exist in the franchise? Well, to answer this we have to compare Gogeta and Vegito through the entire Dragon Ball franchise from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT, including all the statements and feats and facts that are around them. So if you appreciate what I'm doing for this channel, before to begin, I would appreciate if you will like this video and subscribe on my channel. And please comment down below a video idea, what video do you want next from me, and that's it. So Vegito is the fusion by using the Potara earrings between Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, in Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta was stated to be actually the strongest Dragon Ball Z character. I mean, at the end of the Buu saga, he is literally the strongest. In Dragon Ball Z Kai, that was no way to put it all around. This dude was the strongest Dragon Ball Z character. He humiliated Buu combined with Gohan, and we've never even seen Vegeta go Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 3. And this dude is broken. But what about Gogeta from Dragon Ball Z? Well, this guy only appeared in the Fusion Reborn movie. And in the Fusion Reborn, the characters are so strong, they are just too overpowered compared to the anime, the season characters. As an example, Goku in the anime, when he powered up against Buu, he shocked the entire planet, the Earth, but in the Fusion Reborn movie, he literally shocked the afterlife, the entire hell. So I don't even think Goku in the Fusion Reborn movie would need to transform to defeat Goku Super Saiyan 3 from the anime, if you know what I mean. So as a conclusion, the movie characters are far stronger than the anime characters. Even Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, showed that when he destroyed the South Galaxy, while it took Buu way much more years to do so. So Broly somehow did it faster, since even the Kais were surprised that this happened. So I hope you understood that there's a big difference between the anime and the movie characters here. So Goku Super Saiyan 3 is fighting Janemba, he is outmatched. Even Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta combined with Goku can't do anything. And when they fuse into Gogeta, Gogeta straight up goes Super Saiyan 1 and defeats Janemba by launching Stardust Breaker. And that was it for Gogeta in Dragon Ball Z. Now, which of these two guys are the strongest in this first season of Dragon Ball? Well, I might be honest with you, I will compare Fusion Reborn with Gogeta and Dragon Ball Z anime Buu Saga Vegito, and after that I will compare them two in Dragon Ball Z if they were both in the same arc. So, what about movie Gogeta versus anime Vegito? Well guys, for a matter of fact, Gogeta in Fusion Reborn will destroy Vegito from the Buu arc. Well, only because the movie characters are so strong and so broken, and I already proved that. There's no way I could add some more arguments to help Vegito win this debate. Fusion Reborn Gogeta is much more powerful since he is a movie character. In the movies, like I told you, they fight bigger threats and they are much more powerful than they are in the other timeline, in the anime timeline. And in the movie, in the Fusion Reborn movie, this is a timeline where Gotenks actually managed to defeat Fat Buu, Majin Buu, and the world was in peace. But Goku was still dead, and Vegeta was dead too, since he sacrificed himself. So that's where the movie takes place in timeline. The movies are alternate timelines. Even the Cooler movie, as an example, is an alternate dimension where Goku actually defeated Frieza with the Spirit Bomb. So here in this timeline, Gogeta is much more powerful than he should be in the anime. So I'm about to give Gogeta this one against Vegito from the Buu arc. But what about the same arc? What about Gogeta? What if Gogeta was in Buu Saga, or what if Vegito was in the Fusion Reborn as a different character? Well, I'm about to tell you that I hate the Dragon Ball retcons. Well, first of all, when they fused into Gotenks was so overpowered and everyone was like, this guy is the strongest Saiyan. These kids literally fused into the strongest Saiyan. But then when the older Kai gave Goku his Potara earrings, he said that the effects of the earrings might be stronger than the effects of the fusion dance. I mean, the elder Kai said that they will fuse into one warrior just like with the fusion dance. Goku was like, dude, are you for real? And after that, the elder Kai said, but it will work even better. But here, this is very debatable for many people. Some people refer to this as it will work better because it will be stronger, or it will work much more faster. I mean, they will fuse faster, or because of the time limit, and so on. This is very debatable on what you want to believe. Some people even bring the what Budenks said, like even if Goku and Gohan will merge, they will still die. But we have to into acknowledge the fact that Boo proved to be very arrogant through the whole arc. I mean, Super Boo thought he was omnipotent at one point. Even Kefla, as an example, said that she could one-shot an entire universe, but she wasn't even able to destroy a platform. That's the kookiness of the fusion. I mean, do you really think that Super Boo plus Gotenks Super Saiyan 3 would beat Super Saiyan Gogeta? Well, I'm also about to talk about the Gogeta from the Buu arc, the hypothetical Gogeta from the Buu arc. Well, first of all, so many people say that the fusion dance is weaker than the Potara fusion because, I don't know, someone needs to lower their ki power in order to do that, to fuse. And that was a huge solid argument on why the Potara earrings, on why Vegito will beat Gogeta. But let's not forget that Goku and Vegeta are equals. And yeah, I'd say that. Goku and Vegeta are both equals. I mean, literally in the same arc, they fought as two Super Saiyan 2s. Yeah, that sounded weird. But they fought evenly as Super Saiyan 2, and even Vegeta said that he finally reached Kakarot. Yeah, Goku had Super Saiyan 3 on top of that, but still, if Vegeta had Super Saiyan 3 too, he would be as strong as Goku. So Super Saiyan 3 was just a plot device. It made no sense why Goku would have it. I mean, even Vegeta right now might have that form. It's just stupid how he didn't get that if he was as strong as Goku. But still, yeah, so Goku and Vegeta in base form till Super Saiyan 2, they are equals. So the first user must lower his ki to match the others. It doesn't apply to Goku and Vegeta. And as a matter of fact, when they were inside Super Buu, Goku just said, dude, let's make the fusion dance, implying that he was equal to Vegeta. I mean, even in Dragon Ball Super, and we will reach even there, Goku never mentioned about lowering ki or matching the energy, just in Fusion Reborn. But I don't know why he said that. Maybe Vegeta was stronger than him as a Super Saiyan 2. But still, here he just doesn't mention the fusion as lowering each other's key or matching it. He just said, dude, let's make the fusion, and they were about to do it. And no, unlike said the programmer, I won't necessarily talk about how the Elder Kai might be wrong, because that was just explained in Dragon Ball Super, and we right now talk strictly about Dragon Ball Z. And still, the reason Vegito fused was never really explained in Dragon Ball Z. Some people said that it was actually because of Boo's magic, or right now in Dragon Ball Super they just diffused because the time limit was over. But let's not forget that in Dragon Ball Z at that time there wasn't an explanation or a retcon like in Dragon Ball Super, my bad. So you can just say that the time limit was done, since there wasn't a time limit explained at the moment. But what about these guys' statements? Well, first of all, Gohan needed to, I don't know, to learn the fusion dance first. I mean, yeah, Elder Kai said that they can't, he doubts that they will beat Budangs with that fusion dance. But still, this has way more parts or arguments than you might think. Even my headcanon says that it might have been just his ego as a Kaioshin. I mean, he just said that annoying dance. This means that he just hated the fact that Goku relied on something else than what he believed or what he had. And that was just because if Gohan learned the dance, that would have done it. But Gohan really needed to be learned how to do a fusion dance. He might have failed, so Gogeta wasn't the best option at the moment because Gohan didn't have any idea about the fusion dance. So the fusion dance at that moment was just left out as an option because Gohan never had an idea on how to make it, on how to do the fusion dance. And it would have taken much more time. I mean, why would have Burangs just wait till they fuse right? That's a fact. And that's when the Potara comes in. It was just an easier way to make a fusion to become one of the strongest characters in the franchise. Let's not forget that Gohan needed to slow down to lower his ki to match Goku's. So yeah, even the Elder Kai said that he doubts that Boo will wait for the fusion dance. But what if he waited? Well, he didn't say that they will lose to Boo. He just said that he doubts that Boo will wait. So they needed something faster. So if somehow they would have succeeded with the fusion dance, if Gohan would have powered down his ki to match Goku's, they might still have been above Burangs. So yeah, I'm not using the Elder Kai was wrong about the fusion, because actually many Dragon Ball fans or fusion dance fans use this as an argument that this guy was wrong, this guy literally didn't know how much a fusion lasts on mortals, or how strong Vegito is, or how strong Gogeta will be. No, I'm just using this healthy argument. I'm not overreacting, overthinking that the Elder Kai was saying that the fusion dance is weaker or the Potara works better because it's just more powerful. It was about a time limit, and it was about how fast you can fuse. He said before that he doubts that Boo will wait till they do that annoying dance. So I think that was even his ego, but I'm not debating on this. But still, the entire statement is most likely about how Potara works, about the fact that it's much easier to fuse with the Potaras than just doing the fusion dance. So that was the entire statement on why some people think that the fusion dance is weaker than the Potara. So for Dragon Ball Z Gogeta versus Dragon Ball Z Vegito, I'm about to still give Vegito the hype, the upper hand here, only because there are a few statements that still say this dude is stronger. I mean, Vegito in Dragon Ball Z has the Potara power boost. Even he was surprised about the fact that he was much more powerful. I mean, if you rewatch the scene where Goku and Vegeta fuse into Vegito, Vegito is kind of surprised that he's this strong. So, yeah, this is not really about how overpowered you feel when you fuse with someone, but it's more likely about that Vegeta was surprised that he is this strong. And I'm only giving this to Vegito is because he doesn't have a time limit confirmed in Dragon Ball Z. He doesn't have the recons, the time limit where it says that he will last just an hour. He just has the upper hand here, that only because he's forever, like he doesn't have a time limit in Dragon Ball Z confirmed, and only because he has the rival power boost. So I hope I didn't mind some of you, but here in Dragon Ball Z, the Vegito is indeed much more powerful. Well, not necessarily much more powerful, but he's a bit powerful than Gogeta. I also proved that if the fusion dance was somehow faster and Gohan would have lowered his ki to match Goku's, they would have still defeated Budangs with no effort. So let's talk now about Dragon Ball Super. Well, in the Black Arc, was the retcon of the Potara fusion, that it has a time limit, and we even seen that the time limit can be shortened if the fusion doesn't master that form. More specifically, the Super Saiyan Blue form drained the Potara's full time. Like, it was just 50 minutes or so, but still. And another fact is that Vegito literally diffused after he put his full power into the final Kamehameha. And compared this to Gogeta from the Broly movie, who could literally use his full power Big Bang Kamehameha and literally all the arsenal he had. And after his victory against Broly, he even had the time to grab Frieza's hand and even knock him. So yeah, in Dragon Ball Super we find out that Gogeta actually can go full power, can use his full power without any restrictions. Yeah, even in Dragon Ball Z it was stated that Super Saiyan 3 might shorten the fusion dance with like 5 minutes or so. So that's why Gotenks used Super Saiyan 3 when he had only 3 minutes left, only 5 minutes left. But Super Saiyan 3 is not as strong or as valid as Super Saiyan Blue. So here Gogeta might have had a mastered or a better version of Super Saiyan Blue, but I'm not buying it. This is just Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta who could go full power without diffusing. So for Dragon Ball Super Black Arc Vegito versus Dragon Ball Super Broly Gogeta, the winner here is clearly Gogeta. It's not even a fair shot. I mean, they got so strong after the Tournament of Power, and even in the Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta diffused might have been able to beat Vegito. Let's not forget that in the manga, when they diffused from Vegito, Goku was able to fight Zamasu. And even in the anime, in some filler moments, After they defused from Vegito, they were able to trade blows with Gohan, Misty Gohan, and Gotenks Super Saiyan 3 in Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 1 only. This kind of proves that they might have, I don't know, half of Vegito's power, 50-50, but it's not confirmed and it was never a thing. But after they defused, they fight better individually. Yeah. And even in the tournament of power, Jiren was stated to be much more powerful than what the Kaioshin ever felt, and he literally felt Vegito. So we might argue even here that Goku Ultra Instinct, Mastered Ultra Instinct, is stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, even Jiren. And then here comes Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue, that is indeed a monster. But what about the same arc? What about the same arc in Dragon Ball Super? Who will win in Dragon Ball Super if Gogeta and Vegeta were in the same arc? Well, since here the retcons apply and Vegeta doesn't have the infinite time limit and he can actually defuse if he uses his full power, I'm about to give Gogeta here the upper hand. I'm not even using that scan where someone literally said that they are equally matched trump cards, because still it's very debatable. I mean, if they are equally matched trump cards, this doesn't mean they are equal. This means that they use fusions as the last resort. Yeah, this can be debated a lot and I don't want to spend so much time on it. So, in Dragon Ball Super, with the retcons of the Potara fusion, that it lasts 1 hour, but it might be even more shorter because the user might go just full power and the power of the Potara just goes down. I'm about to give Gogeta here the upper hand. Gogeta in Dragon Ball Super, Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue or whatever will beat Vegito, because Gogeta proved to actually use his full power without any restrictions. He just can't go wild because he can't defuse only after 30 minutes. But I'm not saying this for Super Saiyan 3. This is still debatable. It depends on how they can control Super Saiyan 3. Maybe if they will get their tails back again and they will use Super Saiyan 3 without any restrictions, this will change the statements for the Potara fusion and fusion dance all once again. So as a conclusion, till now, in Dragon Ball Z, Fusion Reborn Gogeta destroys Dragon Ball Z anime Vegito, only because the movie characters are so overpowered compared to the anime characters. And if the same arc would happen to see Gogeta versus Vegito in Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta would only win because he wasn't retconned. He never had a time limit. He could use as much power as he could, while Gogeta will just unfuse after 30 minutes, even if they are equally matched. So I'm about to give this to Vegito, but in Dragon Ball Super, the situation is just in the favor of Gogeta. Gogeta can use as much power as he wants without defusing. Vegito can defuse way much faster than Gogeta, and Gogeta in the Broly movie is just much more powerful than Vegito from the Black Arc. So let's talk about Dragon Ball GT. Well, here Dragon Ball GT actually follows the same rules as Dragon Ball Z does. Well, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 is the same Gogeta that fought against Janemba. Somehow Dragon Ball GT has the movies. I mean, Vegeta literally knew how to do the fusion dance here. This means that they've done it before, compared to Dragon Ball Super Vegeta, who needed to learn it all again. So here, what about Vegito Super Saiyan 4? I don't think that Vegito here will have a time limit for real, because he just didn't even made an appearance, and if he did, I don't think that they would have retconned the Dragon Ball Z statements. So here I'm about to give them the same treatment as it was with the Dragon Ball Z. Vegeta will win only because Gogeta will defuse. And as a bonus, I want to talk about what if these guys can use their full power, their full hidden power without defusing and no time limit. Well, I'm about to give them a tie. Yeah, this might make some fans really angry, but still, like I told you, the older Kaioshin said that the fusion dance would be effective because it will just take too much time to make it, and Boo won't be able to wait. So if Boo somehow would have waited and Gohan would have lowered his ki, they would have still been strong enough to defeat Boorangs. And yeah, I'm not even talking about how strong would have been a Potara fusion between Goku and Gohan, while Gohan didn't even need to lower his ki, compared to a fusion dance between Goku and Gohan. That was still stated to be somehow strong enough to beat Boorangs. I mean, yeah, it wasn't a direct statement, but it implied that if Boo somehow would have waited for these guys to finish the fusion dance, yeah, but he wouldn't have done that. And the effects that are better from the Potara is just that it's much more faster and easier to get it done. And in Dragon Ball Super, everything here is that the fusion dance is much more harder to achieve, but you can use as much power as you can, while the Potara is just easier to get it done, but you can't use the full potential, the full hidden power of the fusion. So that was it for today. What do you think about Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT fusions? Who will win between Gogeta and Vegito? Yeah, I know that Vegito has a Potara power boost, a rival boost, but I don't think that will be enough to make himself stronger than Gogeta, considering the fact that Gogeta can go full power without any restrictions. So guys, what do you think about this? If you appreciate what I'm doing for this community, like and subscribe for more videos like this. I plan to make much more powerful power scaling videos. So yeah, guys, see you next time.